Hey guys, hi, welcome back to my channel. It's me, Steven. That is a woodpecker that drives Buddy crazy. Welcome to Steven's Nature Show. What do you see? I'm not sure if you can tell. Oh, isn't he handsome? On the back of his left ear, from the back, see there's a little white dot. That's a scar. Hi, yes, I'm talking about you, handsome boy. He got in a fight, and I'm not sure if it was a bite or a scratch from someone's paw, but yeah, that was a few weeks ago. It's healed up. I was hoping the fur would grow back over it, but he is so handsome. Hey, buddy. Buddy? No. Yes. What do you want? Alright, so he's going to hang out here outside for a while. I am going to the movies because he does not want to come in, and he has about 3 hours left of daylight, so I'm going to see Star Wars, The Rise of Skywalker, while he does his thing out here. And there's Eleanor. Hi, sweetheart. Well, she doesn't like to go outside, but she definitely likes to look outside. And here's one of Claire's favorite spots to hang out. There are 2 boxes of my Christmas ornaments. Oh yeah, hi baby. Oh yeah. 2 boxes of my Christmas ornaments that I discovered they like to sit on top of, so I threw my old bathrobe on top. And she's literally slowly sinking into the top of the boxes. But she's happy. My entire apartment, if it's not clear, is truly dedicated to the comfort of my cats. Hey, Eleanor. Hi. I'm just going to head out to the movies, but I saw her sitting in the window. Hi, sweetheart. All right. Want to say hi to your friends? No? Okay. Hey, guys. I have to show you this. I'm sorry. 2 of my babies. Hi. Oh. You have cardboard in your face. Nothing? Oh. I'm so glad to see Claire sort of be her own woman, because when for months after she joined us in the household here, she was very subservient to Buddy and Eleanor. Now she occasionally gets her little licks in there. Hi, sweetheart. She is so soft. She's like frictionless. It's like she's smoother than ice cream. I'll stop talking about the cats. So I got more done today than I thought. I'm not going to stop petting her though. I got more done today than I imagined I would. I really had no idea what I was going to film for Vlogmas today. But I went to the movies after deciding that Buddy was not going to be coming in to the apartment anytime soon during our walk. So as we used to, I used to let him walk around on his own recognizance. He always came home. So I walked around, made sure that there were no traps. My apartment complex has decided they want to trap and get rid of the stray cats, and I want to make sure Buddy wasn't going to be in trouble. And then I went to the movies, and I went to see Star Wars Rise of Skywalker. I won't ruin any surprises, no spoilers here. Although I will say, don't bother waiting for a post-credit scene. That's not been the case in any of the other films, I don't think, but don't bother because there isn't one. Although, if you want to honor the filmmakers, watch the credits because, I don't know, it seems respectful. I didn't. The movie, I was, boy, I am not a film critic, obviously. I don't see many films, but I have seen every Star Wars film since I was 8 years old. This story arc of Star Wars has been going for 2 generations of human beings have been born and become adults since the first Star Wars film. So I've seen all these films, and I really thoroughly enjoyed this movie, Star Wars Rise of Skywalker. I really enjoyed it. Great story. They tied up a couple loose ends. The film is just beautiful. One thing I really appreciate is the common look of the universe. Everything kind of resembles what the previous films looked like. If you watch the Alien series of movies, you look at Prometheus and all those sort of prequels, where the technology looks wildly more sophisticated and advanced than in the first film, which happened, years and years before, blah, blah, blah. The world looks like it should in these movies. So that's one thing I really do appreciate. But I have to tell you, there was something undefinable. I could not tell you what it was, but it's my expectation. I've been watching this story arc for 40 some odd years, and I was hoping for something that would just knock my socks off, like really knock my socks off, and it didn't happen. And so I was a little disappointed, but I was still really, really enjoyed the film. So really definitely go see it if you're definitely a Star Wars fan. The poor movie theater that I go to, it's in the Boulevard Mall across nearby. I live almost across the street from it. Hi, sweetheart. And it's in a horrible little mall. And I was hoping the theater would bring some traffic into the mall, but it really has not. It's just the awful. It's dying. It's a shame because it used to be the place. But they gave out a little buy one, get one free general admission because they're trying to get people into the theater. There may have been 12 people in the whole theater, and the movie just opened this weekend. So whatever. I kind of feel bad for the people who work there because it's got to be really boring. But after the movie, I got Buddy back in the apartment, and I decided to hit Target and use the gift cards that I got in my last little P.O. box visit. And so I went to Target, and I had been thinking of putting these, saving up his gift cards and putting it towards that new Instant Pot air fryer thing. But I have an Instant Pot. I used it tonight, so I really don't need that. As much as I want it, I don't need it. What I did buy, I'm using as part of my tripod, is this. Yeah, so if you haven't heard me say I'm fat about 1,000 times over the past month, you haven't been listening because I have gained so much weight since over the last year. I've really gained a lot of weight. Right now, I'm not obese. I don't think. I'm probably, I guess, about 235, 238. I'm a solid size 38 pant, which in my mind, I used to always be a size 34. Then I got to a 36, and that got to be normal for me. And now I'm up to where a 38 feels snug. I actually struggle to button my pants, my work pants, and it's been uncomfortable. I have to kind of exhale when I bend to tie my shoes. That's a sign right there, right? So I'm just unhappy with how my body feels. I was so happy with myself last year when I was like a size 34, 35. I got down to about 210, 212, around there. And now I'm back up to just feeling really heavy. My stomach, I did just eat, but my stomach is kind of sitting on the top of my thigh. It's not a comfortable place for me. I'm not obese, but I definitely have to lose weight. And not just lose weight, but I'm making a resolution this year. It's not just Eleanor that pulls pieces of cardboard off the boxes. Now it's Claire too. So my resolution this year, stop it, is to be more responsible to myself. In being responsible about what I eat. I won't tell you that I can eat half a pumpkin pie in a sitting. I won't tell you that because that would be really embarrassing. I just make very bad food choices. So I need to be more responsible to myself and having better food choices, making better food choices, going to more meetings, going to the gym for the first time in probably 9 months, So my resolution this year, New Year's resolution, is to just be more responsible to myself. I'm not going to give myself any hard, fast rules. Just be more responsible to myself. And I just happened to glance over at the viewfinder. Boy, she is going to town on this cardboard. And you know when you go to bed with your hair wet? I took a shower and I didn't shave my beard, and I look like Burl Ives on some Christmas special. So I went to the movies. I bought a digital scale to kind of keep myself on track so I can visually just record what I've been doing. One of the wonderful things about having this YouTube channel is that hopefully I follow through with this sort of resolution and I'm more responsible to myself this year. And I have witnesses now. So you can kind of watch me as I continue to start this little journey of mine in responsibility. We'll see. I'm a bad 50-year-old. Part of one of the things that we talk about in recovery is sometimes, you know, our illness in terms of addiction sometimes stops us from growing emotionally and intellectually at the age that we were really when our addiction really took hold. And for me, that's probably 14. So I make a lot of choices, like my food choices. If you watched me buy groceries, besides cat food and cat treats, you would swear that a 14-year-old was buying groceries, because sometimes it's just bad. It's bad. So my goal this year, be responsible to myself, and hopefully that also equates into some weight loss. All right. So speaking of being responsible with food, I did use my Instant Pot tonight, and I did a pork roast, a pork loin roast. I did last time I used it. I did a pork loin tenderloin, that long thin piece. This is now just a big chunk. Boy, you are going to town on this cardboard, honey. But she chews it. Eleanor doesn't. Oh, stop. So I used my Instant Pot, and I'll show you. Maybe I'll show you a minute of that. I won't show you the whole process because it pretty much is identical to what I did with the Instant Pot, the pork tenderloin last week. So I'll show you a bit of that, and I think that's it. So I'll show you this little bit about my food and stuff, and then I might just say sayonara for the night, and I will see you tomorrow. I start a red eye tomorrow night. I sleep in Orlando tomorrow, actually the day after, which is Christmas Eve. I'm going to be going to SeaWorld on Christmas Eve. I'm not making any sense right now. Let me just stop talking. I'll talk to you in a minute. All right, back in the kitchen. I'm not going to show you the whole shebang like I did last time, but I'm starting off with a 2.7 pound pork roast instead of the pork loin from last time. Probably 4 or 5 carrots, some onions. There's a pile of garlic. There's an apple that I got from a breakfast grab and go at a hotel recently. I thought I'd throw it in there because I don't think an apple can hurt pork. Some potatoes, green beans, salt, pepper, and I have some balsamic vinegar, so maybe I'll throw some of that in there too. But that's what I'm going to start with. I'm going to sear that and then get all the rest of this going. So far, so good. All right, I'm cooking up the onions and the garlic. I've deglazed the pan with a little chicken stock, and I don't know if I'm supposed to cook the garlic and the onions first, but somehow it makes me think that it's supposed to taste better if I do. I don't know. I wish I knew what I was doing. Last time I did not put the meat directly on the bottom as I am this time, because I want to make room for the potatoes and the carrots and all the green beans. We'll see what happens. Let's see how it turned out. Oh, that looks good. That looks very good. All right, so let me get my thermometer. Stick that in there. And it has to be at 145. And it's over 160, 170. So that's good. Now to put the vegetables in. So far it's looking pretty good. Those are the larger carrots I threw in. And I'm putting in the smaller ones now. I just did that for 5 minutes. The potatoes and the larger carrots for 5 minutes. Smaller carrots, and now the green beans are going in as well for another 5 minutes. And then I'm going to eat dinner and see how this turns out. Okay, let's see how this turned out. Okay. That looks pretty hopeful. Okay, let's pull that meat out of there. Okay, let's cut into this and see what happened. That knife set, I got it. Well, I think I'm using the wrong knife because this is shredding everything. Whoop. Aha. That knife set I got at Walmart really is much better than I thought it was. Well, I am super excited. Now this, you can see it shreds apart really easily. So I could probably do something like a shredded pork something or other, but that's nice. It's a little overcooked. I hate to say it's even a little bit dry, but really yummy. And the potatoes, carrots and all that turned out really well too. The carrots are kind of too soft still. I'm gonna have to cook those like 2 minutes next time instead of 5. All right, yummy. I'm gonna eat dinner tonight. So what I did tonight was kind of like I did with that smaller piece of meat last week. I put the pork in there, cooked it for 35 minutes. That was according to some recipe I saw on YouTube, and the meat button on the Instant Pot itself said 35 minutes. So I trusted that. But I think the reason it's overcooked is I put the potatoes in after I depressurized it. Had it come to pressure for another 5 minutes. Took the pressure out, released the pressure, and then I threw the other carrots and the green beans in, and then it came to pressure again, and then cooked for 5 minutes. So I think I just way overcooked the pork. It ended up cooking for over an hour in the Instant Pot, which is way too long, and the carrots are just too soft. So next time I'm going to cook the pork, take the pork out, and then put all the vegetables in at the same time. Cook those for like 3 minutes, and we'll see what happens next time. All right, well, I am done. I am going to settle down and have some dinner tonight, let it cool off, and then cut it up into portions for my trip that starts tomorrow night. So I'll have a pork roast with vegetables and all sorts of nice things for my Christmas dinner and the day after Christmas as well. All right, have a good night, and I will see you tomorrow, which I think is Vlogmas 23, right? Okay. Talk to you later. Fly safe. Bye.